Alright, guys, so this is another Patreon request, and this one comes from Tom Hibbert, who asked me to do a three-way crossover between Power Rangers, Sailor Moon, and Killer Klowns from Outer Space. That's right, we're getting... yep, we're literally getting Power Rangers, Sailor Moon, and Killer Klowns from Outer Space. Yep. So, let's do this. So the story begins in that, we start with at Rita and Zed's moon base, and they detect something coming in. Something is coming flying in, and that is a ship. That is a carnival-like ship, obviously like from the first movie. And they're like, "What? Clowns here? Are you kidding me?" So obviously, the appearance of the clowns is like, they know what the clowns are, and they're just like, where? And Rita's like, well, where are they going? Like, why are they here to begin with? Like, why can't they just why are these freaks showing up on our planet that we're trying to conquer? And Zed is like, well, maybe we can use it to our advantage, my love. Like, maybe we can use this to our advantage. So Zed and Rita more or less direct the they direct the clowns to Angel Grove rather than going back to the first location they were at in the first movie. So the clowns land and begin setting up shop at dead of night in Angel Grove. Now, while this is going on, we cut to the next day, and Angel Grove is accepting students from... They're having like a student exchange program, and among the students is Usagi and her friends who have been brought to America to be kind of like students just living in America, like Japanese students living in America. Now, So the whole gang from Sailor Moon is here. Yes, it's a kind of generic plot, but hey, this is we're going full 90s here. Like, we're going full 90s nostalgia for this whole event, so buckle the fuck up. So, in this whole idea, Usagi and her friends meet Jason and the others, but first they meet Kimberly, and Kimberly's actually the one who befriends them first, and she gets along especially with Venus, with Minako. So they become friends. They introduce to one another, and Kimberly introduces her to her friends, and they're all hanging out at the they're all just hanging out after school. Sorry, I'm kind of stumbling over my words. It's late and I'm kind of tired, but I wanted to get one more Patreon request out. Anyway, so in this, while they're hanging out, Bulk comes running in with no skull. And Bulk just comes running in, and he's like telling everyone, "Clowns! Evil clowns! They're taking people! They're kidnapping! They took Skull!" And obviously everyone's like, "Oh, God damn it, Bulk! Can you just not? Okay, we don't need your bullshit here today. Please go anywhere. Leave. Go. Just go away." However, Jason and the other Rangers are like, that sounds ominous. That might be, evil clowns taking people. That might be a new scheme by Rita. Tommy goes aside to contact Zordon, and he's like, Zordon, have you heard anything? Like, is there any, have you sensed Rita and Zed trying anything new? And Zordon and Alpha are like, well, we did notice some weird disturbances in the atmosphere last night, but it wasn't of Rita and Zed's, doing, so we didn't think much of it. But if there are people being taken, maybe this could be either a new plot by Rita, or worse, there's a new threat in town. So while this is going on, The clowns are kind of like are like silently at the dead of night. They're like taking more people and taking them back to their ship. They're like doing all the gags you saw in the first movie. They're like they're just going around kidnapping people left and right. And that's when the Power Rangers show up, and they're like, clowns. Rita made, I don't know if these guys are like new monsters or Finster's just scraping at the bottom right now. So the clowns are like, just like, and they just start fighting. Now, obviously, the Rangers don't know the weakness, the nose weakness to the clowns, and so they're just punching them, shooting them, stabbing them, and the clowns keep getting back up. Like, no matter what they do, the clowns just keep getting back up again and again and again. And that isn't and the Rangers are like, oh, what is going on? So that's when Sailor Moon and the Sailor Guardian show up. So the Sailor Senshi arrive, and they're like, yeah, we kind of like, if the Rangers are in danger, then we should go help. So they show up, and now they're like, and the Rangers are like, holy crap, it's Sailor Moon, and Usagi can't help herself, and she's like, oh my god, it's the Power Rangers, and Kimberly's the first one to go, wait, Usagi? And Sailor Moon's like, no, I'm not Usagi, I'm totally not you. That is the last person I am Sailor Moon. And Usagi's like, you're totally Usagi. Next, pro tip, wear a mask. Just saying. And Venus goes, this is why I did the Sailor V thing. And Usagi goes, shut up! Okay, clowns, let's fight them. So, of course, the team unites to battle the clowns. And they still can't figure out how to beat them because they're like pulling gags on them, like the shadow puppet gags, the pop guns, the hammer. Like, actually, one of the clowns that's like Jumbo pulls out like a hammer, and when he does that, when he's fighting Trini, what do you call it? A strongman lever pops up behind her, and he just goes bye, and just hits it, and she goes flying up and hits her head on the bell, and it rings. Thankfully, her head doesn't explode because the helmet protects her. So things aren't going good. So the Rangers and the Sailor Senshi have to flee back to the command center, and this is when Zordon they're like, well, Zordon, how do we deal with this? And Zordon explains, like, these are known as the Clowns, and Zack is like, okay, for real, killer clowns from outer space, like for real, like that's what we're dealing with here today. We're fighting killer clowns. That's oh my god. And Zordon's like, you know, say what you want, but these are, they are a great danger. They are a great danger, Zack. These beings are ancient, and they visited Earth so many times in the past. They're actually the reason why humans, they copied the idea off of humans to be clowns. So these aliens come, and they're like a plague. They show up on different planets, take people, and consume them. They consume their blood, and they're like, that's really gross. Like, that's kind of disgusting. And he's like, indeed, if we are to defeat these enemies, we must go directly to you must find the clown ship, the clown home ship, like their spacecraft, and destroy it. Only then will you stop the clowns and keep them from coming to Earth again. So that's the plan, is that the two teams unite, and they traverse and find their way to the clown mothership. So from there, the team has to split up and go through just endless amount of just insanity. Just imagine Mamoru and the Green Ranger doing the whole door gag, another door, another door, another door. So it's just complete insanity until they encounter another Clownzilla. And this one, however, is twice as huge as the last one. And this one actually it comes out of the mothership and is kaiju sized, and this leads to the Power Rangers summoning Zords. However, just as they're about to enter the Zords, one of the clowns comes up and hits them with bubble gum that sticks the Rangers to the ground, leading to Usagi and the other Sailor Guardians to pilot the Megazord, and with Usagi and the other Guardians' magic, they make it into the Sailor Megazord, the Sailor Guardian Megazord. So they the sword actually like becomes like a kind of like a I'm sorry guys, I know I'm blanking a lot, but I'm very tired. Like, it becomes like a pink and white kind of blade, and just they strike down the clown kaiju, and it leads to the defeat of the clowns here. So, yeah, the two teams part ways. Everything's fine. The story's all wrapped up. So there you go, guys. That is pretty much this three-way crossover. I'd like to thank Tom Hibbert for this story, and you guys tell me in the comments below. What did you guys think of this story? Did you guys like it, hate it? Comment below, let me know. And as always, like I said earlier, if you would like to have a Patreon request done, just hit the link below. Head on over to my Patreon. Other than that, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.